Hey guys, Shotzi Films for the brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Taking a go out, see if things came out, see if things are on sale. Today though, new release-wise, there's actually quite a few new things coming out today. The Monkey's coming out today, as well as Minecraft, the Minecraft movie. With that one, Walmart's going to have a number of different exclusive versions for that one. A Steelbook, and then this like box edition as well. And also, Snow White is coming out today as well. And I know there's a Steelbook for that as well. Also, Novocaine is coming out, and I believe there's a few other smaller releases too. It's one of the bigger Tuesdays. Also, too, I've always been talking about this the last couple of weeks too. If you guys haven't had a chance to as well, my movie Desert Fiends is out on DVD, Blu-ray, and VOD, and I've been talking a lot about the DVD version because that's the one that's on sale for $11.72 on Amazon. And thanks guys too who have been sending me pictures on Facebook and the selfie videos of you guys who have picked up the movie so far too. I think, like I said, guys, thank you again for all the support. Also, for those of you too who have been doing reviews on YouTube and places like that as well, I really appreciate that. And that's really, when you make a movie like this, it's really all about spreading the word and just kind of continuing to get the word out about the film. And it's been cool too seeing a lot of the actors from the film like signing at conventions and stuff. So that's been kind of cool too, because people have been sending me pictures that they've been getting like the DVD signed and stuff like that. So that's been really cool to see. Also though, at the end of this video is going to be a bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews for some things I received to review and talk about for you guys. So definitely stay tuned for those as well. But anyway though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Target we go, and I see they have a sign here that says all items $1, $3, and $5. So they kind of have put that thing back now. Everybody kind of runs in this place though, because they're out there with the chocolate bars again today. So everybody kind of runs in really quick. But it's funny, it's like those kids with the chocolate bars are here like literally like all the time. It's like there's not a time you can come here and they're not here. I feel like it's like, it's really weird. But it's not all the locations. I feel like some locations tell people they can't be doing it. And it's so funny too, like it's a scam because people have found out about it, and like a lot of the times when the kids get too old looking, they go for their college. So there's some kids that are like really old looking and they're like, oh, this is for our college uniforms. Checking here books wise, I think I always check to see what was changed out. That Coven one might be new, and then Without a Vengeance might be changed as well. And of course the Turd Mags, so to check these as well. But we'll go through, check anything different toy-wise as well though, but we shall see if there's anything different today. And I've seen people have been getting the King of the Hill one shipped, so I feel like those are going to start showing up in the stores. It looks like there's like a 4-pack together and then like a solo, like 2 solo ones. This might be a newer one in here, this Freddy vs. Jason one. For some reason I don't feel like I remember seeing this one, or maybe I just totally like overlooked it every time, but I don't think I remember seeing that one in here. Like this Fog one, I think that's like an older one, but it's another one like I don't remember seeing here as much. But yeah, maybe I totally overlooked this one, but I don't feel like I remember seeing that one. And that's a newer one too, this Head Bobber Megan one. These are one of these like hand painted ones. They're like the old school kind of Head Bobber style ones too. That's pretty cool as well. That one I definitely don't remember seeing as well. But like I said, you got to really look through here, because I could be saying, oh yeah, the King of the Hills are out, and I could be going right over them. And I've done stuff like that in the past. Going, yeah, I know those things are supposed to be out, and they're literally like right in front of me, and I like look back on the video and I'm like, how in the world did I miss that? And here's the spillover section here too. This is where like sometimes you see some, it's like I said, it's the spillover to the other area, but it doesn't change too often. It usually seems to have been the same stuff for a while now. Down here though, this one has, you can see though, Superman wise, everybody wants the McFarlane ones. Those ones seem to sell the most. Like you see that, like the more like generic ones that are not the McFarlane ones, you seem like those ones sit around a lot more. This is a new thing, this Sonic Transformers. I've definitely not seen that one here. Doesn't look like anything new here from what I can tell. That might be a one I don't think I may have seen last week. But checking through here, I know Simpsons wise, there's going to be the Simpsons car coming out soon. That's like one of the next ones. I don't know if it will show up in Target or one of those ones that I'll have to go to like the, Toys R Us in Macy's to look for. It may be one of those kind of ones too. And Turtle wise too, nothing new. It's been like the same ones for a while now. Have not seen things switched out. And then the retro ones are like impossible to find. You never see those ones show back up. The like the sports ones or anything. Into Walmart we go. And I will tell you guys, though, I was actually here yesterday, and they had all the new releases out, like the exclusive. They had some of the Steelbook. So I'm going to cut to that footage now to show you guys what was here, and then we're going to head over to the section now and see what's left. See if they have all the Steelbooks left, because they only had one of the crafting editions. So I wanted to make sure to show that, because I was like, I have a feeling this might be gone by the time I get here. So we shall see what's left of this stuff. Hey guys, I wanted to cut in some footage. This is actually Monday right now. And in here, they have all the stuff out for new releases. So you're going to see me in here tomorrow, and I'll show you right afterwards what's in here still. But the stuff's already put out. So I didn't want to risk tomorrow these not being out, since they have the exclusive ones. So they have the limited edition Steelbook version of the film. And that includes the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital code. And then you have the standard 4K for $29.96. This one's really cool. This is like some kind of a exclusive, like, crafting edition. And it like folds out, and it's like it turns into like a box thing. And it's the Blu-ray DVD one. Really interesting kind of thing. It almost reminds me of that thing back in the day for like the Grinch movie. It's interesting though. They only seem to have one of that for $34.96. And then the standard Blu-ray is $24.96. DVD's $19.96. And they have Novocaine here. Like I said, we'll see tomorrow what's left. They have the Monkey 4K, and I really like this one for $24.96. The only thing I thought was kind of weird was there was a little bit of like CGI in some of the spots that was like not the greatest, I thought. And then the Blu-ray is $19.96, DVD is $14.96. They have Longlegs. They have a 4K. Is this a Steelbook? Yeah, that's really cool. A 4K Steelbook. And this is one that only has the 4K though. And then they have a Megan Steelbook as well here, this brand new one. That's very cool. Like I said, it'll be interesting to see what's here tomorrow on actual Tuesday. Other than that, though, let's see. Anything different there? No. In here, there would probably be some new stuff. Did they switch in here yet, too? Let's see. They have something in there called Sneaks. I think I saw the trailer for that one. And then St. Catherine. I have to look that one up. And then, other than that, that 11 Rebels, that might have been last week. Let's see, this was like real random though. It's like no real specific thing here for it. And let's take a look over here. See, I always peek in here, but we'll be here tomorrow too to see what's left, but that's all still the same. I don't notice anything different. And let's check over here for the toys. I know they're supposed to be getting a lot of like the Superman ones and stuff like that. I think they're supposed to have the one with Superman and the dog as well, I believe I've seen. And I saw some people starting to find, I think they probably ones they ordered online, but they were finding the King of the Hill Funko Pops. They're probably ones you see at Target. That's cool. I've never seen this Krypto one. What's funny though, guys, is it looks like all the stuff is still here. I wasn't sure if it was gonna like not be here, but there's still 2 Steelbooks left. And then they have one of the crafting ones, which is kind of a cool one, this edition. Like I said, it's like makes this big box. It kind of reminds me a little bit like the one for years ago for the Grinch. And they still have one of the Megans, a Longlegs, the monkey. So let's see in here too. I think, yeah, that I have to look up that St. Catherine movie. I don't know much about that one. And then let's just check too on the other side just to make sure there's no different toys that were put in here today. You never know. You never know. Within 24 hours. No, looks like all the same stuff, from what I can tell. Doesn't look like anything different. I feel like they're gonna probably get those King of the Hill ones here, I would think. And definitely Target, I would think, because I see a lot of that kind of stuff there. But yeah, I showed this one yesterday. Yeah, nothing really different from what I can tell. And it seems like still a lot of stuff left. You never know. There's been Tuesdays, though, where they put the movies out the week before, the night before, or the day before, and they realized there was a mistake. And then I came back and all the movies were off the shelf. So that was half the reason why, too. I was like, better be careful. But let's also check down here, too, see if there's anything else different. Yeah, these are newer ones. These like push down head ones, and they like you can push the turtles' heads down. Those are slightly, newer ones. I think they're from the last couple weeks they've come out. That might be a newer thing I don't remember seeing. But going through here, doesn't look like anything different. I'm always still looking for the Simpsons too, for that one exclusive one. And there's nothing really now, new for the Minecraft movie, really. I feel like there's nothing else, new toy-wise. I feel like there's going to probably be more they're going to release, but as of now, though, I think there's like one other one I saw with like Jason Momoa, like a different 2-pack, but I've yet to see it anywhere, though. Into the second Target we go. Yeah, this one doesn't have that sign there, the $1, $3, and $5. I knew that there was something like that originally, like I just showed in the last one. But originally, I think it was like those circle things that had them. And I feel like, too, there's probably like less and less dollar things there's going to be. What is this weird things? Balloon animal erasers. But this is next to that sandwich place, Ike's, that I go to. And I have a free sub on there, too, which hopefully will work. I signed up for the thing finally last time, like the reward thing. So I think I have it on there. What's funny is I think I was supposed to get it and use it the first time I was there signing up with it. But I think it's still able to be used. But I know it looks like I have that on there. But we'll head back, though, and see anything different in here today. But yeah, this location doesn't have any music. It seems like this one usually has the music off, which is good. Yeah, this is the other version of those ones I showed you guys in the last location, the one you push down the head. This is the one that kind of folds into the thing. That's the different one. I think that was why, too, I wasn't realizing the push down head one was new right away. Let's just check over in here, though, too. Anything different? Like I said, I don't know when we're going to see the one pop up, you know, the Simpsons car. I know that's going to be at some point. We're going to start seeing that. And then usually down here, I check for the Superman. Let's see. This one, I think I showed that last time. Yeah, that one has like a... Oh yeah, so you always have to look too, because there's like gold label versions of some as well. But let's check back here as well. Yeah, it's real silent in this location. Like sometimes when the music is on, I mean, I like when the music is off because it's good for filming, but sometimes it's like strangely silent. Let's see though, just trying to make sure I don't miss anything, because it's like so often there's things just randomly mixed in here that I totally overlook. And it's funny too, I saw some people getting the, there's like a 2-pack Funko of like Art the Clown. You know, it was like, they had him like fighting one of the characters. I can't remember who it was. I think the Serena character. And everyone was saying how the pre-order got canceled. And then some people started getting them. So it was really weird. I don't know what happened to that release. I guess they ended up, some of them got produced, but I know a lot of them ended up getting canceled from what I had heard though. Into the second Walmart we go. Yeah, it's funny, I just saw somebody showing a video of these Pokemon Kishes, and they were going, oh, they're like buying them and flipping them all over eBay, and they're like $5, and there's people are selling them for like $35 or something like that, or $50. Anything Pokemon, it seems like, and I don't know if there's anything exclusive in them, like a special thing, like, but I feel like if there was like a card or something inside there, people would go crazy. But you could see the stand was totally rabid. But yeah, this one though, it has some of these new cover ones. They're like done like old school TVs, and there's one for like Back to the Future, Jaws, Jurassic World Trilogy, Shrek, Twisters, Blazing Saddles, Blue Collar Comedy. So a whole bunch of ones. These are really cool. I've seen these at a couple of the locations. I think these ones have just come out in the last couple weeks or so. And yeah, and this one too, since the stuff's not locked up, I can see the back of this one here too. And I was looking at it, looks like it's an anthology movie, this one, St. Catherine. I think that's what I saw about this one. This one still has some of these Beetlejuices in here. These came out a while back. Oh, that's interesting too. This is interesting. They have the Astrid one, the Jenna Ortega one. I have not seen that one in person from what I can remember. That's really interesting. I've definitely never seen this one in a Walmart. That's pretty cool. I don't know if these are $14.99 or $24.99, but that's very cool. Let's see. Some of these ones are different too, like Spider-Man ones. I don't remember seeing these ones as well, but I don't see any of like the, let's see, any of the different ones of these, like the Superman. Doesn't look like it though. We'll check the toy section as well though. Yeah, this one got out a bunch of different things for the Jurassic Park movie. Like I haven't seen these ones, these little plush before in here. And these ones, it's weird, they're doing like a lot of re-releases too for some of like the old toys, but they're kind of like, they're like re-releases, but they say they're like reimagined. So like I've talked about before, that the characters have like a weird different sort of look to them. Let's just see though, anything else different in here though from what we can tell. Like I said, I don't think I've been in this particular location for a couple weeks. Well, here's someplace I haven't been in a very long time. Best Buy, to see anything different toy-wise in here. So we shall see. Yeah, it's so weird being in here, though, without the movies. I think, like, back in this area is where, like, the movies were. But every so often, I know they get different stuff in here toy-wise, and can be some very random things. So figure it's worth checking, you know, here and there to see, you know, what's in here. I know some of them, though, are better than others, though. But yeah, you see like a lot of the NECA ones in here and things like that. And yeah, I don't see any of the like the Superman ones. I know they had some of those too. I've seen people finding. This is that thing I showed last week in Target, like the poster series one of RoboCop kind of coming out of the thing, which is kind of cool. Into the final Walmart we go. But yeah, this location looks like they got everything out, but I don't see any of the exclusives. Like I don't see the Minecraft, the one in the box, or the Steelbook. And it seems like they put like the new releases like St. Catherine the Sneaks one in the front here, which is kind of weird because normally they would put them right here in this spot. So instead of putting them like in this area, they put them over there. So that's really weird. But yeah, doesn't look like anything else different though from what I can tell in here today though. Anyway, though, guys, that was all for my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Like I always say, if you guys enjoyed these shopping videos, definitely give us a thumbs up. Also in the comments below, let me know what you guys picked up today, if you guys ended up picking up anything today on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K. Also, let me know anything new that you guys saw in theaters this past weekend. This weekend, though, I saw a couple different movies. The one that I was, of course, most interested in watching was 28 Years Later, which, you know, if you guys don't remember, like, I absolutely love 28 Days Later. That's, like, one of those movies that I've talked about so many times throughout the years, you know, in videos and, like, you know, and talked about too it being out of print and so many different things about that movie, but always absolutely loved that film. I love the way it was shot, and like nowadays people don't kind of remember why it was shot that way, because the original movie was supposed to be kind of like shot with kind of what it would have been if the world ended and like what you would have access to, which is like a consumer camera. And that was why the first movie was shot the way that it was. That in the years to come, though, I kind of feel like some people have sort of forgotten that aspect. So you hear about people going, why does it look like that? And then the second movie, some people go, I like the second one more, even though the second movie, if you listen to like the interviews and stuff, that was kind of like a movie that they made just to make it, but it really wasn't like a really good 28 Days Later movie. It was kind of like it existed, but it's not in the series. So it doesn't really, it's kind of its own standalone film. It has nothing to do with this one. So don't think that that movie has any connection to this. It doesn't. Just skip over it and watch 28 Days Later and then this one. The other one is its own movie, but don't, like, some people get kind of hung up on that one a little bit, and it's like, that's not Danny Boyle's, that's not Alex Garland, they just kind of produced it. It's not really theirs. But the new one, though, I loved it. There's a lot of, you see some mixed reviews and some people about the ending, but let me tell you, I have a feeling that what's to come is going to be so twisted. I'm telling you guys, wait. You wait. So there's a reason for the weirdness. I'm telling you, wait. Danny Boyle always knows what he's doing, and also Danny Boyle was always into doing peculiar. If you guys remember The Beach was so full of peculiar stuff, and I love it. The Beach is my favorite of his movies, even though I know it's the least favorite to a lot of people. I love the chaoticness of that movie, the way that it was shot. And what was interesting, 28 Years Later had a few of the same camera techniques that Danny Boyle was doing in that movie, like when the camera was attached to one or two shots. I don't know. I loved it. I absolutely loved the movie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I cried a couple times in 28 Years Later because it was like, I was happy to be seeing another movie in this world again. And the fact that Danny Boyle was behind it too, I liked it. There's certain things to me that I really like, and that I really like. And I'm looking forward to the next part, and I hope the third one happens, because it's sort of one of those things where Cillian Murphy's going to really be in the third one, so the second one needs to do well. So it's kind of like, see it to make sure the third one's happen. So don't go, not so sure. Don't do that, because then we're not going to get the third one, and it'll be like the Divergent series, where it never gets finished, and we're all blue balled for Divergent. We're never going to know how it ends, because, you know, you could read the book, but well, I want to see how it ends in the movie. And the other movie that I saw this past weekend was the Rebel Wilson movie Brideheart, which I thought was fun. It wasn't the funniest thing ever, though, and it was also kind of weird because it was rated R, but you could kind of tell when they were making it, they weren't sure if they were making an R-rated movie or a PG-13 movie. So even when they were singing this one song, it was real censored, and I'm like, they didn't need to censor this because this is an R-rated movie. So it was kind of weird. You could tell there was like a disjointedness of what kind of movie they were making. If it was supposed to be, I would rather they lean more into the raunchy comedy, which they should have done, because Rebel Wilson is better when she could be really, really dirty, especially her early movies. She was much filthier, and this one wasn't as funny. And I don't know. I didn't, like I said, dislike it totally, but it just wasn't that great. And the other one that I saw was How to Train Your Dragon, the live action film, which I've never seen any of the animated films, but I like this one a lot. And the one kid that was in Deadpool 2 and Y2K, he was in the movie as well, but I love that movie. I thought that was really well done. Definitely worth checking out. But anyway, though, guys, now stay tuned for the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. And the first one I got here is from Universal, and this is the brand new 4K Ultra HD Steelbook here. This is the 50th anniversary here for Jaws, and this is the 4K Steelbook, which includes the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital code for this one. Now, this is not a 4K, Steelbook where it's exclusive to any specific store. I'm pretty sure this is available everywhere. I saw this in person in Barnes & Noble. I don't know other, for sure stores that it will be, but I know I saw it in Barnes & Noble, and I would realistically think, too, it'll probably show up the standard edition in Walmart at some point, because I haven't seen it as of yet, the new, because there's a standard 4K as well, but a really, really cool 4K Steelbook. If you guys have never seen Jaws, though, this is one of those movies where it's like, I feel like for the most part, pretty much everybody has watched Jaws. But there's some people, though, who are like, well, I've never watched it, or are, certain movies, like when they're like certain classic ones, certain people like don't watch them. And, I will say there's some things that are like, classic movies I'll say that I haven't seen. Like I will say, I'm not going to name all of them, but there's some, like, I'll name one, like The Godfather. For some reason, I've never really been interested in that. I just never really was. But like Jaws, this is one of those movies where I feel like some people probably have never looked at it, but it is definitely worth watching. And it's also one of those movies, too, where I like the constraints, too, because they had so many problems with the shark working, so they had to kind of hide the shark a lot of the movie, and that's what makes it much creepier. But if you've never seen it, it's basically about this town that's getting basically run havoc by a shark during the 4th of July, and the mayor refuses to close the beaches because it's, 4th of July and everyone's coming, the tourists and everything. And basically it's about a group of people who are going after and trying to track down and get this shark. But great movie, made many sequels. I liked all the sequels, though, too. It has on here, though, a brand new 50th documentary on here on the making of the film, and then archival features like the making of, deleted scenes on here, the restoration as well on this one. The next one here, this is from Sony. This is also a brand new 4K Steelbook here. This includes the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital copy of the film, which stars Brad Pitt, Fury, which I saw this one in theaters, and this has Shia LaBeouf in the movie as well. This is the one where he cuts the side of his face. It's a great movie. It's one of those things, like, when it comes to like war films and like films of that nature, I feel like this is one of the, probably in the last few years, one of the top ones, I would say, that was, and it's actually a number of years back too. It came out, I think, 2014 when this one originally came out? Yeah, 2014. It has on here, though, the 4K, and it has a number of different featurettes on there for the 4K, and then the Blu-ray has 50 minutes of deleted and extended scenes, director's combat journal on here, photo gallery featurettes as well for this one. The next one here, this is from Lionsgate, and this is also an exclusive one to Lionsgate Limited, so you can get this from the Lionsgate Limited website. One thing, too, I've noticed is a lot of the Vestron releases are going to Lionsgate Limited, so they released one, Steve Martin one a week or so back, and then I think they recently released May through the Vestron release, and I think they're doing, like Ghoulies 4 or something I might have seen, and a couple other ones I believe I saw coming out, but it looks like they're going to be exclusively to Lionsgate Limited, which is their exclusive website for getting exclusive releases. And it started out with a lot of steelbooks, and now it's kind of moved to other releases as well, which I think is really cool, because you guys know me, I love physical media, and I'm glad that they're getting these movies released and these special editions and stuff too that maybe like wouldn't, get a lot of releases in Walmart, or they wouldn't have a million copies sold, so they do kind of more specialties, which I like that they've kind of switched to that, so we're still getting physical releases. Now on here, though, this has some exclusive Lionsgate Limited. This is for the movie The Way of the Gun. This is a movie too that every time I think of this film, I always think of the Tower Records. I know that's long lost store, but I always think of that because I remember seeing this movie for the first time, like the DVD of it back in the day, and that's, I don't know why, I'm always, when I think of like stores, I think of like certain movies I remember seeing in there, like the guinea pig movies I remember seeing in Tower Records. Like I remember certain things, like, and this is one of those movies that goes to my brain, The Way of the Gun. It has on here, though, Lionsgate Limited exclusive featurettes on here. And then it has on the special feature-wise, it has a commentary track on here with the writer and director and composer, isolated music track on here with a commentary by the composer as well, cast interviews, storyboards and script of a deleted scene, TV spot, and theatrical trailer on this one. And here's a look, though, inside for this one here as well. The other one here, this one was from Lionsgate as well. This is not a Lionsgate Limited one. This is a standard Lionsgate release, and it's a new film which has Nicolas Cage in it called Gunslingers. This is really interesting. Nicolas Cage, he's like doing these crazy things with his hands all the time. He's like doing this, and he's like, he's doing this, like the strangest voice I think he's ever done in his life. I'm sure by the end of it, he's probably like, by the end of the day, he's like, he probably had absolutely no voice from this weird voice that he was doing. But his character steals the show, though, because he was in a lot of this movie. Like, I wasn't sure if he was only going to be in it for like a little bit, but he's really throughout the whole movie. And it's basically about Stephen Dorff's character, and kind of, it's like he was somebody who was bad, and he's kind of trying to change his ways, and people are kind of coming after him because of the things of the past, but he's trying to kind of not go back to that way. It's kind of in that vein. It's a pretty fun Western movie. I've watched a number of different films that the director's done over the years as well, Brian Skiba, and like I said, this movie here is called Gunslingers. And the last one here, this one was from Warner Brothers. They sent over a free copy of this one to let you guys know this was available. And this one is the 4K Ultra HD, which includes the 4K and the digital copy of the film, the Minecraft movie, which I absolutely love this movie. This is directed by, Jared Hess, who directed of course, Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre. This is the first movie, though, of his that I didn't go to see in theaters like a million times. I wanted to see it again more than once. Because I remember Napoleon Dynamite, I saw that in theaters. Oh, I mean, when that first came out, probably 5 times. And then they released it with that new ending, and I saw it at least twice, maybe 3 times. I mean, more times than you can imagine. And then Nacho Libre, something about that movie, I just kept going to it. Because I remember that summer, too, when it came out, very few movies came out. It was kind of like a weird summer. So I kept going to Nacho Libre again and again and again, probably like 7 times or something. I don't know what it was, especially the music in Nacho Libre. I don't know. I love the way Jared Hess makes a movie, just the way things are shot, the peculiar humor, and just I don't know, I just really like his stuff. And this was really fun. It's basically Jack Black's character is Steve, and it's kind of all in the Minecraft, universe, and he's kind of there, and it's basically these characters who are trapped in the Minecraft world and kind of figuring out how they're going to get out of there and stuff. It's just a really fun movie. I never played the game, so I don't know a whole lot of references to the game, and I will say, when I saw this in theaters, people didn't do the crazy stuff like throwing a chick in the air or any of that. I waited a little bit, because this came out when I was shooting Desert Fiends 2, so I couldn't see it right away anyway, so I waited probably 3 weeks, so I didn't see any of the chicken jockey or any of the craziness. But it has on here Building the World, Minecraft Block Party, Creepers, Zombies, and Enderman Oh My featurette on here, Minecraft movie Pixel Pals. So lots of different featurettes on the movie here as well. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. Like I always say, if you guys enjoyed these videos, definitely give us a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.